Howdy, friends and floor heads. This is it, the finale of Eat the Reich. Our four vampire and vampire adjacent commandos have fought through the streets of Paris, taking on nasty, nasty Nazi soldiers, some Ubermenches, and now they have gone up the Eiffel Tower and they are crossing the loading bridge to go inside of the Fuhrer's Zeppelin. The big questions we need to answer is, can they figure out where the Fuhrer is and ultimately win this game by draining him of all his blood? We're going to play to find out on the other side of the titles.
Attention, brave viewers. This video features adults immersed in a spine-chilling horror RPG experience. The content likely includes supernatural elements, horror-related events, and potentially scenes of violence. Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy.
So, as the episode title hints at, we are over Paris. I think we should go ahead and get started as you enter the Fuhrer's Zeppelin. The air inside the Zeppelin is thick with wealth and rot. Every surface gleams with stolen opulence, polished mahogany walls, marble columns absurdly heavy for an airborne vessel, silk curtains swaying gently with the ship's subtle movements. The golden railings of a grand staircase gleam under the soft glow of crystal chandeliers, leading up to a mezzanine level lined with paintings, each one signed A. Hitler, each one devoid of any artistic merit. Beyond the paintings, true treasures glisten, relics torn from the temples of Tibet, the pyramids of Giza, and the palaces of Europe, their rightful owners long since silenced. The hum of the engines thrum beneath the floorboards, a constant reminder that this palace floats high above the city, untouchable, at least until now. There's a cadre of hunters trained to fight the dead. They are not ordinary soldiers. These are the Reich's best hunters. Special forces with years of training focused on the four of you. They may be hiding in this floating excuse for a gallery, but they are here because you can smell them. The Vampirjäger move like shadows between the statues and stolen antiques. Their training is evident in how they position themselves. Their weapons are drawn and they are waiting for you. 5 men and women armed with stake crossbows, bullets blessed by the Orthodox priests, fire bombs, and holy water spray. They're ready. The Vampirjäger cadre is the last obstacle between you and the little man's broadcast suite at the front of the airship. Soldiers, your objectives are to take on the Vampire cadre, but ultimately to reach Hitler's broadcast suite. Who wants to start?
I do not see the clocks in the UI.
You do not. Let's fix that. Hold on one second. How about now?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Any like special
Let's talk
abilities
about
or,
the
like-
vampire cadre. So they are threat 8, attack 6. They have a special ability that allows their attack dice to generate 2 successes on a roll of 6, much like yours. They are solo, so they do not participate in the reinforcement rules, but they do get 2 successes on their 6s.
Now, you're not going to go rolling 6s on us today, are you?
No, I've reprogrammed the roller, so I can't roll.
that would be out of character.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was contractually obligated at this point.
All right, so we have got to reach the broadcast suite and hopefully maybe take the cadre with us, as you're surrounded by this opulent Zeppelin full of antiquities stolen from across the world.
I can try to go first.
All right, let's do it.
Let's use my new mostly intact skull. I just kind of want to roll it, like whisper some words directly into its ear hole, and I'm just going to kind of roll it into the room like a bowling ball. I just want to make a big, like, scary spectacle of ghosts swirling all over the place. Try to spook them a little bit.
Excellent. So let's build your pool. What is your base?
I'm going with Terrify for 4.
Love it.
I've got the +1 for using the skull.
Yeah.
And it's ++ for poor Yorick. Don't know, like, since the poor Yorick, like, Hamlet thing is kind of conjuring specters. That's my reasoning.
Love it. You spoke into the skull, so you definitely get 2 more die.
I did. I wasn't going to think that. I think that's all I'm going to have for this one. There's no corpses to take control over anything.
Not yet.
So, yeah. Well, that's what you get for going first.
So we got 7 going against my 6. Let's roll your 7 first.
Works for me. Okay.
Ooh, you got
Okay.
2 crits and 3 successes. So a total of 5 success. 2 of them are crits. Let's see how our Vampire Yager do. Oh, I must have programmed it wrong. That's weird.
Now, Craig, we talked about this.
I've got a couple extra. It's
I
okay.
got 1, 2, 3 successes. 2 of mine are crits.
So I need to
So it
cancel
means
5.
You've got 5. You're going to have to cancel at least
Actually, let's cancel
3 of them.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take a hit. Cancel 3.
Okay.
Which means I've
I'll
got
use
I had
1 crit, 1 regular, so it leaves you with a crit and 2 regular. So it leaves you with
Yeah.
5 successes.
I want to use 1 crit for my special back pocket hex. Reduce a threat's attack rating by 1.
Very nice. Their attack rating now goes down to 5.
And I'm gonna say that some of their holy water jars have transformed just into piss.
All right. So
Which I guess I still don't want them throwing at me, but
That's unholy water at this point, yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit better than potentially that. So we're going to use those last 2 successes to work their clock. Is that what I'm hearing?
yeah, I think
All
that
right,
sounds good.
beautiful. All right, so let's do that. So let's take 2 ticks on that. All right, walk me through it. So you whisper into this skull, you roll it into the middle. You've got these vampire hunters that are hidden all throughout this huge ornate room full of antiquities. What happens?
Yeah, so you see this in like modern like SWAT scenes where they throw like the smoke bomb in. It's almost reminiscent of that, but the smoke that comes out takes the form of these like skeletal specters that are like running at them wherever they're hiding. Some of them can maintain their composure, but the ones that are kind of gotten by it, they're the ones whose holy water is now contaminated somehow. It's there's some voodoo happening that does some transpositioning of holy water.
Well, I like the idea that they've got kind of these ornate glass little spray bottles, right? And not only do you transform them from holy water into human piss, but they explode in the process.
Oh God!
And just we 200, you just as they come out and they're just covered in urine
Yeah.
as they step out into the open. Who's next?
Yeah, that's great.
Chuck.
I'm running out there. I got spider scurry, so the last poor Yorick got rolled in like a flashbang, and they're like probably covering that door, waiting for what's coming up next. And I'm coming in there defying gravity the whole way. My lever action repeater that I stole from the fairgrounds already belching smoke and fire. Top of the morning, boys.
All right, what's our approach?
I'm shooting.
All
Look, I
right.
mean, say what you want, but like cowboy got a bang bang. So I've got a repeater,
Stop
lever action
strong.
repeater. I've got a +1 on that for multi. So if I engage multiple targets,
Yep.
so I'm going to mark a use for that. So that's 2 there, on top of my 3 for shoot, and then I'm spider scurrying, taking advantage of the ceilings.
Yep.
So that's another 1 for me.
That's going to be 6 all day, I think.
6 all day. Cool.
All right. 6 against my 5 now because Cosgrave has reduced the effectiveness of my Vampire Auger.
Thank you, Fish. I appreciate that. Hang on. That's 7. I need 6. There you go. Who wants to do a flashback? Anybody? I feel
I'm
like
down.
now might be time for doing a flashback.
Let's do it. All right. So
Well-
let's roll. Oh, go ahead.
Do we want Craig to roll first just to see?
I don't
Yeah.
think he's going to get worse than 2.
Let's take a look here. And
2.
in fact, I get
Exactly.
3.
Oh,
Let's finish this first, but I need to mark an injury.
Oh, yes,
Oh.
please do. So roll your D6.
Okay, that's the grimoire again.
Okay.
I think I had to tear a page out of it to do that one.
yeah.
You stuffed it in the skull.
Yeah.
Like fuse.
Like stuffed it into the mouth of the skull before you roll.
I swear I'll rewrite it.
A lot of mash, Yorick.
Mhm.
All right, so we've got to do a flashback.
Yeah, where
All
we
right.
going?
Let's go to the tables for it. I should have had the PDF open and I did not. So give me just a second.
I've got it.
You got it? All right.
Same.
Let's roll a D6.
All right.
Chuck.
I'm doing it. Here we go. I'm awake. Here we go. 2.
All right. What's 2
Two
give
is
us?
rescuing POWs in a thunderstorm,
Oh, you know, those are
which you and I did already, actually.
Did we
Oh,
really?
did we? Yeah, let's roll for a different one then.
We've
We're
done
gonna
most
run out
of them,
eventually.
I think.
Have we really? We've been-
Let's
Flashback.
do you want to just like on board a plummeting airplane, stealing a cipher machine from a no, we did that one.
No, we've done that one.
Yep.
I
I
mean,
think
it's
it's
just-
just the plummeting
Spire.
airplane.
It's just that one actually.
All right, let's
Yeah.
do the airplane.
All right. I think this one's me and Duchess, ain't it?
You need a
Sure.
question still, so one more d6.
Oh, yeah.
One more D6 for the question.
Lordy. Here we go. 2.
That's you recruited a character to Fang. What did it take to get them on board? But I already recruited Duchess.
Oh, okay. So it can't be Duchess.
How about you owe your life to?
All the
Well,
boys
character.
want me. It's no surprise.
I mean, it's very possible that the Duchess left and had to be re-recruited
Let's do that. Let's do
on a plummeting airplane.
God damn it, Duchess!
Do what I please, cowboy. You should know that.
All right,
From our
that's-
earlier forays.
That's funny enough that I like it.
That's good.
Okay.
All right, walk me through it.
So I think this is one of those ones where I was supposed to escort Iriana back to friendly territory. Iriana, were you injured? Were you just bored, or were you like actively trying to like flee Fang?
Oh, I just do what I want, cowboy.
Okay.
Can't tie me down. No
Just
ring on
bored.
this finger.
So there was
There's several rings on that.
there's like 38 rings. What are we talking about?
Them count anymore.
I just have Iriana going, oh.
There's no ring in this finger.
Not the important one.
I am not blessed with an overabundance of schooling, but I can recognize a ring when I see one. Okay, so having like wandered away, and I was dispatched to like bring you back. I want to say that we're in the fuselage of like a C-47, just like a Goonie Bird paratrooper like cargo aircraft, and we've just taken anti-aircraft fire, and so the flight crew is already dead. I think Chuck is desperately holding onto the yoke and looking at you, Arena. Arena, can you fly this damn thing?
These damn planes are so drafty when they get shot full of holes.
That is unhelpful.
Does
I
nothing
don't
for my
appreciate you making
hair.
light of the situation.
Have a little fun, cowboy.
And
Do you need me to grab the stick and pull?
I
I'm
think
very
that's when
good
the
at that.
Messerschmitts. I think the Messerschmitts like fly in behind us at exactly that moment, and I think I asked, Arena, if we make it out of this, I'm gonna need you to not go wandering off like this. I make my oath to you right now that I will never let it be boring, so long as you help me get through this. Okay? And so
You're going to keep me entertained, are you?
I proffer the yoke.
That's a pretty tall order, cowboy.
Duchess, just hold the damn yoke steady. I'm gonna get these Messerschmitts off our back, and I'm gonna grab the Garand, one of the little short stock Garands, out of like the flight cabin, and I'm gonna go to the back and start pelting like rifle rounds back at the combat aircraft that are trying to shoot us down. So I promised Arena it would never be boring, and I'm gonna carry through on that promise.
Beautiful. So
Hold it
as you were
steady.
scurrying on the ceiling, you had one plan, and you went, "Oh, she'll be bored if I do."
She'll
it
be
that
bored,
way."
exactly. So I'm gonna dive down, and we're gonna prosecute the target from close range.
Absolutely freaking fantastic. So that is you're going to get to re-roll plus 2 die
Oh, right.
for your flashback. So that's going to end up being how many
8.
dice? 8. Oh,
8
good
dice.
Lord.
Well, she wouldn't have been impressed anyway.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It's a little bit better.
More impressive.
That's a lot better. That's
cowboy.
4 successes. 2 of them are 6s. You're going up against mine was 2 successes.
Yep.
So if you want to use one of those crits, you can take no injuries.
You know, I kind of like the idea of, because it would be boring if I got through unscathed, right?
Okay.
Your
So you
ones,
can use
your ones get you a blood. Don't
Yep,
forget.
they do. How many ones did I get there?
So that means you're going to use them all for clocks. Interesting.
Yep. So I'm gonna chew through. Let's put the 2 crits on the Vampire Jaeger,
That's going to be 4.
and then let's make some progress up this Zeppelin's causeway toward Mein Führer.
So that's going to be 2.
2 more.
You got 2 left. All right. So I can't wait to hear this. So you are going to take out some Vampire Jaeger.
Yep.
And also get everybody closer to the front of the Zeppelin towards the broadcast suite. Walk me
Yep.
through it.
So what we end up doing is approach through the smoke, scrabble up the side of the wall at a pretty decent lope. I don't run nowhere because the knees aren't what they used to be, but considering y'all boys shot them out a couple times, in the lope, firing from the hip with the repeater, not doing a lot until I drop down and begin laying about with it like a club, and it's the damnedest thing. Like that, the Goonie Bird is flashing in my head, and like the part of the Goonie Bird that got ripped away by anti-aircraft fire, I like home run Louisville Slugger one of these Vampire Jaeger like straight through, and like in that moment, the Goonie Bird and the Zeppelin are superimposed on top of each other. It's like, man, I've been here before. So we're marching our way up, and I'm like, come on, we ain't gonna live forever, which is a pretty funny thing to yell when we are in fact gonna live forever.
So I've only got 2 more of these vampire Jaegers left. I'm imagining that they're shooting stakes out of their crossbows, flying all over the Zeppelin, maybe tearing some holes into the side of the cabin itself. I've got Flint and Ariana left.
Chuck's got to take his injury.
Oh, thank you, Chuck.
I
Thank
do.
you, Ariana. So let's roll our D6, and what column does it fall on?
Let's see. 2. That means. That's fine. I'm just a flesh wound.
And how do you take this flesh wound?
I think I get shot in the neck with a stake.
Okay.
Last time I got stabbed in the heart, just a flesh wound. This time I got staked through the neck. I pull it out. I'm like, that ain't gonna stop me from eating you, boy.
All right. Who's next?
I will go next. For a moment there, cowboy, I thought you were going to steal my shtick. And I pull out my exquisite hunting rifle.
Ooh.
And line up a shot and take it. So I am going to be using shoot, which is 3 dice, plus my exquisite hunting rifle to give me 4 dice.
What's the plus on the hunting rifle?
Elevated
Position, which is not really applicable.
Well, this is 2-story. There's an upper mezzanine, so if you can get your ass up there, you can shoot from an elevated position.
Also,
Oh,
we have
I
to be on
love-
a Zeppelin. It is elevated.
I love that idea.
Nice.
Yeah, so clamber up onto the mezzanine to get a better sight on the Vampire Jaeger. So that will be 5 dice now. Coming at you with 5. Let's see what we get. Ooh,
Very.
like
Let's
it.
not use them all in the first of.
Yeah, no kidding. You're gonna make life easy for me next room. So that is 3 successes, 2 of them being crits, up against my 5 die because someone destroyed all of my holy water.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 successes, 1 of them crits. So that is 3 threat coming into you.
So we will go 1 crit and 1 success to knock out your attack entirely.
Not gonna let me mess up your hair again?
No, thank you. I just got it back into position, darling, after that radiating, that quickly accelerating elevator. My other 6 I will apply to the Vampire Jaeger, and I have this Deadeye shot. When you use a ranged weapon, reduce a threat's attack rating by 1
Hey,
again.
Well, they're done. This is going to take them out.
Perfect.
Well, poor Flint.
oh wait, Flint still gets a turn. You can just go around licking up all the blood
Brought you a doggy bag.
because we do finish the round.
That is
And
sort of
then-
what Flint would do anyway.
So I want both narrations. I want to hear Ariana finishing off the last of the Vampire Jaeger, and then I want to do Flint to do just a straight roll on a search roll to see how much blood that Flint can find. So Ariana, walk me through it.
I think from up above on the mezzanine, Iriana is tracking the 2 Vampire Jaeger as they are closing in around Cosgrave, sort of flanking him on both sides. And then Iriana does a little, and they both look up, and she bang, and it goes through one of their heads into the other head and takes them both out with a single shot.
Never been more glad to be short. Thank you.
I
All
got you,
right.
boo boo.
Flint, give me a
Spooky
quick
boy.
How many die do you have in search?
2.
Roll my 2 dice. Let's see how much blood you can find.
Flint would have done a little at hearing the final 2 bodies fall, and he's just like, I wanted. But he'll still move on and snuffle on to try and find it, and he's just looking sad at the bodies over by Cosgrave, and sort of pokes one a bit, do something, move.
That one's breathing.
Sorry, Flynn.
No,
Smells a bit like piss, though.
Okay.
no
Dang
good. No.
So the four of you work your way to the front of the Zeppelin and you burst through the door. The door says broadcast suite up on it, and above it there's an on-air sign, but it is off currently as you burst through it. This is our final stage. The chamber.
Wait. Was there an Ubermensch in that fight?
Oh, there was. Yeah, take your advancements.
Oh, lovely.
Which one are you taking, Cosgrave?
I think I will take memory rot. Spend a blood, remove or implant memories from someone you lock eyes with. Plus for you are never here.
Ooh,
I'm also gonna spend 3 blood to heal.
Excellent. Excellent.
I rewrite that page in the grimoire.
As you're walking towards the
from memory.
broadcast suite.
How did it go?
Jot it down.
I'm writing it in blood too.
Very nice. Dipping it in different bodies as you're going to refill the pen.
That's what makes it work.
Or it's just Flint carrying an arm and it's just dipping it into the arm.
That'll work too.
Him just chewing on it like a dog
Thank
chews a
you.
toy.
How about you, Flint? What advancement are you going to pick up?
I like all of them, but I'm going to go with ooze form. So
You have that one already.
Did I?
Yeah.
I thought you took flight. You should take flight instead of ooze form.
I thought correct me if I'm wrong. I could swear
I've
you
been
took that one.
talking it. I don't remember, and I don't have the image that I screenshotted, and the document saved half finished, and I ran out of time to rewatch.
Oh, that's all right. Let's mark it and tell us what it does.
Spend 1 blood, squeeze through gaps, glop around, etc. It's in the walls.
Nice. Very nice. And do you have any blood to heal?
I don't need to heal. I don't think so. And
Boy,
I don't remember if I took. So much has happened between then and now. And
very true. Very true.
PDF has gone. Now we're only
get blood.
marking off some of the blood that you had and 2 of the uses from the claws. So
All right.
technology, thank you.
We'll run with it. Ariana, what are you taking?
Oh, yes. I will take Enervation of the Soul. Spend 1 blood on your next roll. Gain special. Inflict 4 damage to an Ubermensch.
Ooh, very nice. And Chuck?
I think as I'm trying to heal up my craw, I pull out the stake and like it comes away and it's hissing and sizzling. I'm taking corrosive fluids. So as I heal up my throat, now when I mark an injury, I reduce the rating of a threat you're engaged with by 2.
Oh, geez, that's good. Holy
My
shit.
blood is now acid.
Nice.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
That's good.
Other question: is there any loot that we can recover in this room?
Yeah, my repeater's empty.
Take with us?
Yeah, so you tell me. So I want us to imagine, we've got, of course, all of the weapons that the Vampire Jager had. We've got a room of antiquities from all over the world. What do we think we find?
I would really love to have a Nazi arm.
Okay. So, let's
Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself.
Yeah.
And then please be the bonus.
Terrify.
All right, so 3 uses, Nazi arm, and what is going to be your plus?
Please have it be quit hitting yourself.
I think it has to be.
Yeah.
Who else has a slot that wants to pick up some loot? Chuck, what do you find?
So y'all know that Hitler was a shite painter, but you don't know that he actually had a moment there where he was trying like hot cast bronze sculpture. So I pick up one of the early like Ubermensch statuettes that he made. It's not particularly good. The anatomy's bad, and like I don't know art, but I don't know what I like. I don't like it. But I tell you what, it weighs about good 25 pounds. I figure I could probably bludgeon a Nazi with it. And that's the best it'll ever do. So I'm going to take a Hitler sculpture.
Hitler sculpture, and what's the plus?
And I think it's going to be plus when, man, I think I think it's probably metal on metal, right?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Heavy metal.
Heavy metal.
Who else finds the loot? Who needs loot? You're good,
I still
Cosgrave?
have my music box, so I am good.
As you burst in to Hitler's broadcast suite, the chamber is a stage, elaborate, theatrical, designed for the sole purpose of projecting power. Vast banners of the Reich hang from every wall, crimson cloth swallowing the room in oppressive grandeur. An iron and basalt lectern towers atop a grand staircase in the center, positioned for maximum intimidation. The air is thick with heat. Against every principle of aviation safety, a roaring fire pit blazes in the room's core, its flames casting flickering shadows that dance over steel and stone. And then there, you see him. It's Hitler. The man behind the Reich, the architect of this nightmare, stands at the top of the staircase, illuminated by the golden glow of stage lights, his eyes glassy, pupils pinpricks from the amphetamines flooding his veins. His hands tremble at his sides, not with fear, but with anticipation. He's been waiting for this, waiting for you. A camera sits ready, its lens unblinking, aimed to capture every moment. The world is meant to see this final desperate assault. Your inevitable failure. A message broadcast to what remains of Europe, proving that resistance to the Reich is useless. But Hitler is no warrior. He is weak, fragile, and barely capable of holding a pistol steady. He has no fight left in him, but he doesn't need it. A growl rumbles through the chamber, deep and guttural, vibrating the floor. Then comes the howling, low at first, then rising into something unnatural, something hungry. From the shadows, a figure lumbers forward, its frame shifting, stretching, and warped as claws scrape against the iron floor. The Verhound steps into the firelight, its half man, half hound, form ripping with cursed strength. Saliva drips from its elongated fangs, and its yellow eyes burn with a primal hatred. Hitler smiles and then slips away to his little panic room. The camera turns on, and the world is watching as the beast charges. So this Verhound is about 8 foot tall, just adorned in metal armor. These huge claws, just constant saliva, just dripping and gushing out of its huge jaws, and just running at the four of you. Who wants to go first? Let's talk about the Verhound very quickly, though. It is threat 10, challenge 1, which means you got to use one of your successes just to start to do damage to it. Its attack is 5, using its claws, its teeth, and its limb-ripping strength. Powers that it has is rending claws. When making an injury from the Verhound, check off all available boxes in the section rolled, not just the highest available one. It has regeneration. The Verhound's challenge cannot be lowered by any means.
Dang.
It is solo, so no reinforcement rules apply. Attack 5, threat 10, challenge 1. Who's taking on this beast first? Oh, let me give you your clock. Sorry.
Flint would love to go first.
I think Flint
it's
definitely
Flint's
should go first after being
Shut out of last.
yeah.
Deprived of Nazi lunch.
So this
Flint-
thing's coming right at you.
Flint's first thought is friend. Because similar, half animal, half human. That's what Flint is. So as that's running towards him, he's just going to go head first straight at it in response, still carrying that arm in his mouth. So this bits of blood dripping everywhere. And he essentially just wants to like grapple it into a big old hug and wrap his legs around it as well. You know, a bit like when a small child is really excited to see their favorite family member.
Excellent. All right, so let's build your
Goddamn
pool.
golden retriever.
I was picturing two dogs doing the butt in the air, like who's chasing who.
All right, Flint.
This
So
is
what's
probably
your base stat you're going with?
I'm gonna say it's probably going to be a brawl.
I agree. How much do you have in brawl?
I have 4 in brawl.
All right, so that's 4, and you sounds like you're using the arm.
Yeah, the arm is going to, you know, inadvertently smack it in the face or something, you know, because he's holding it in his mouth and he wants to bring his new friend in for a big hug.
So that's 5 plus. You definitely are telling it not to hit itself. So that's 6. So let's use that plus.
Through
It'll be
the
your
thing.
6 die against my 5. Let's give your 6 a roll.
Be nice to me, please. Be nice because it'll be funny.
All right, so we've got
Damn it,
2
dice.
successes. One of them is a crit. Now, because it's 2 successes, you have the potential of being able to do a flashback, but let's see what you're up against first. All right. I got better than that. I have a total. No, I have just 2 as well. Do you want to use a flashback here, Flint, or do you want to?
Yeah, he's
Remember-
going to reminisce on things while he's running towards his new friend.
Beautiful. So let's think about this because we've used up all of the flashbacks at this point. So let's help. So can you think of a flashback with one of the other commandos? What was the situation?
One of the prompts is character taught you a few tricks, which just has a whole different context when it's
Flint.
Yeah,
Flint.
when it's
animal
Flint.
people.
I think it would be the context would be, say, maybe downtime between Flint and someone else, and yeah, Flint's got big lab energy, like in fights, but it's probably even more so when he's not working.
Nice.
It's like when he's got like his little, you know, service jacket on when he's working.
So who's there with you, Flint?
I don't think I've had one with Cosgrave.
Oh, beautiful. So it is you and Cosgrave. Maybe like in the backyard of Fang headquarters.
I was gonna say, like, I'll take him for a walk. Get him his boxes. He gets pent up if he's all stuck in all day. Let's get outside once the sun's down.
I can imagine like it started with just Flint relaxing in sort of like the common room, and then he starts to get the zoomies. Now, unlike normal dogs, Flint can fly, and he can probably, if he runs quick enough, go up the walls, destroying a lot of stuff. So it can get dangerous if Flint is allowed to just have zoomies.
I go and I get a leash and I jangle it like, let's go. Come on.
Monkeys! And he's just going to bound straight into Cosgrave.
Oh, this leash is absolutely useless anyway. Like I don't even put it on.
It's the great Duke, Maladuke flop hitting into someone and they just go down.
Yeah, I think I've got an arm in the fridge when we get back if you want it. I think I'm done with it. I need to check.
I love the idea that Cosgrave saves Flint treats and puts him in the fridge when you get back.
I'm a necromancer. I have offal that I need to do something with.
Oh my God, that's amazing. All right. So what we need to answer though is it's Cosgrave teaches you something on this walk, Flint, that is going to allow you to have an advantage as you're crashing into this Verhound.
I have
what
an
did
idea.
Cosgrave teach you?
But it's your flashback, so if you had an idea.
No, I'm more than up for hearing it.
Honestly, you're off your rocker, you're like zooming around, and I think I actually like, all right, let me show you something when you're running around like that. And I'm going to conjure up like a kind of a skeleton or a target. It's like not fully like it's not fully opaque or translucent. Like you can go, it has some resistance to it. So I'm like, just ram it. Like put your shoulder down. You play rugby? Probably not. Put your shoulder down, midsection. Just
That's a war
push
crime.
through it. Right?
It takes barely any effort to get Flint to do something like that, especially when there's the promise of an arm.
Yeah. You're a natural.
He would just go diving straight into this, half physical skeleton thing.
Well, we do that for like a half hour.
I need to know how many practice runs did it take Flint before you got it right?
One, but it's not the point. The point is to get tired.
Yeah. Tiring Flint out is a full-time job.
So you were charging at this Verhound, remembering this time where Cosgrave conjured a target for you, and you got to 7, 8, 9, 10 times in a row, charge at it. So you slightly adjust. I need you to roll 8 die for me. Your 6 original plus 2.
Be nice. Come on.
That is definitely better. That is going to
Yep.
be 4 successes. One of them is a crit. You're up against my 2. And remember, unlike before, if you leave me with a threat, you're going to lose your entire column. It's not just going to take the top one. So getting rid of those 2 might be a good idea.
I want to get rid of those 2, but I do
Mhm.
want to use the 6. Flint, he gets a bit overexcited sometimes and has probably bitten one of the others before in his excitement. So he'll sort of do that, which means I can then gain 3 blood from this.
Ooh, nice.
So he sort of in his excitement drops the arm like mid pounce onto it, like probably hits him. But then it still means he gets to go home.
Very nice. All right. So that's your crit. So that leaves you with 3 successes on top of it. 1 would have to be used for the challenge.
Yep.
So do you want to tick 2 boxes on our Verhound?
Yeah.
All right.
Might so. Let's knock him out. Flint wants a bit of a hug.
So I'm imagining Flint is now like around the torso of this huge Verhound, giving it a nice hug as it's chomping and taking blood from it. So make sure you add those 3 blood from your special.
Also,
Who's
it's
going
one
next? Yep,
It's one less on the
One, yeah.
target because of its challenge one.
Well, because she needs 2 to knock out both hits, which leaves a crit and a regular.
Right. So 1 for the challenge, and that left 2 more, right? Or did I do the math wrong?
Is Flint blocking the hits?
Yes.
Right. But it's got challenge 1, right? So it takes an extra challenge. Yeah. So it's just 1.
1, 2, 3.
box.
You are correct. Yep, we're good. All right. So you knocked 1 thing out of this. So you're doing some chomping, Flint.
Chomp it.
He gets blood. He's happy. He gets a new friend.
Who's next?
Totally.
Is this wolf? It's not even stopping, right? It's just taking Flint with it as it's charging the rest of the 3 of you.
Iriana strides into the broadcast studio and sort of gives it an appraising glare. And she goes, "Oh, honey. So tacky. Well, I guess we have to deal with the puppy." And I will take a shot with my hunting rifle. This is the last use of my hunting rifle, so that is 2 dice. So that is 5. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. That will be it. 5.
This is an Ubermensch, so you've got that.
Yeah, I will potentially be using that. Enervation of the soul. 5 dice. Let's see what we get. Let's actually roll it though. Oh, Take a look at that, baby.
That is 5 successes. One of them is a crit against my Ubermensch rolls.
Oh,
But remember, the 6s don't
on.
count for this one.
yeah.
So,
yeah.
But it's still 4 successes.
That is fine. That is fine. I will use 4 of mine against its 4. I will hit with the 6. And I will spend a point of blood for my enervation of the soul to inflict 4 damage to an Ubermensch. So I will be inflicting 5 total on this.
Dang, that includes the
It
challenge.
does say on your next roll.
That's on the challenge, yeah.
Oh, what was that, Cosgrave?
It says on the next roll. I don't know if that matters.
Well, we'll just have him we can have you spend the blood before it.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are halfway there. Good Lord, you guys are tearing through this stuff. Cosgrave and Chuck, who's next?
Yeah, I suppose I might as well. Like at this point, I think maybe that that shot that Iriana sent toward the hound, and our own purpose-bred combat over there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and bludgeon it to death with this Hitler statue.
So as this thing's going coming at you, you're gonna try to beat the shit out of it with a bronze statue.
Yeah, it's a 25-pound bronze bust of Hitler. It seems like it's got something poetical about it, is all I'm saying.
Absolutely. So let's build your
Metal
pool.
on
What are
metal.
you using?
It's metal on metal, that's right. I'm using Brawl, so that's 3 right there.
Yep.
I got the Hitler sculpture, that's 1, and it's metal on metal. That's, that's another one.
All right.
Let's see. I got anything else? Oh, wait, hang on. I got acid spit as well. So I'll go ahead and hawk one on Hitler's face real quick, and then I'm going to use that to. So that's acid spit. I'm going to spend 1 blood for that, and that's +2 versus metal as well. So.
Oh wow! So that's going to be 6,
7.
7, 8, right? Because you get 1 for using the spit.
You're right.
And the double plus.
That's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel like I might be cheating a little bit.
That's all right. Remember, the whole purpose of this
These are
game
all
is that you guys are
kill Nazis.
really good at this,
You
and
get
you're
OP.
killing incompetent
Yeah.
Nazis.
Exactly. All right. Watch this. How about?
Oh, geez. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. One of them is a crit up against my 1, 2, 3 successes.
All right. So
You're going to want to use 3 of those, I think.
I don't know. Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
I
that'll
did
leave
just
you
get
with- Go ahead.
did just get corrosive fluids, but there's a chance I might be eviscerated. So I guess. God dang it, Craig.
I
Close,
know.
close.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll block it up. I am going to spend 1 of them on acquiring me some of that high test Vervul for Verhound blood. So I'm going to drain 1 blood from him. I'm going to spend the rest of them.
And then one for the challenge, and then 1 to tick the box.
Yeah.
All right, walk me through it. How does our Hitler statue meet our Verhound?
With a resounding kerrang, and Chuck yelling, "God damn it! I said sit!"
May I add to that
Please.
when that's yelled, Flint just goes and sits.
Reflexive thump.
Yeah, just
Not you. You kill. You sit.
Let's go with the Verhound, and goes to the corner and sits with his little bat tail. That's amazing. All right, so who's left? Cosgrave.
Me and Chuck stole a little bit of what I was gonna do there, but that's fine.
Sorry.
After everyone's going, it's stunned and it's like kind of shaking off the last couple of hits that it's taken. And Cosgrave very slowly and like calmly walks forward, and he's got his big knife out, and he's tapping it on his watch to make this like ting 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 sound. And when I get its attention and I lock eyes with it, I'm going to use my memory rot, implant memories with someone you lock eyes with. And I'm implanting the memory of him being trained as a dog.
Oh my God.
And once I've got his eyes, I'm like, down. Sit down. So yeah, I'm gonna think con for that one.
I love it.
So that's a 3. I'm using the knife for 1. And memory rot costs of blood. So that's 5.
Beautiful. 5 against my 5.
I was hoping to knock it down a couple more, but that's okay. Looks like it's time for a flashback.
What is the goal of the what did we learn? Who's this with, and what are we going to take out of this that's going to help you right now?
Will you roll first?
We've used them all, so we're making up flashbacks.
No, I mean, will you roll the?
Oh yes, I'm
the
sorry.
wolf's
You want to see
dice?
how I do? I apologize.
Yes, I do.
Much better.
Yes,
Than,
I would very much like to do a flashback
yes,
now.
much better than you. That is 4 successes.
I just had a similar scene with Flint. Otherwise, that would be perfect. I don't think I've brought along Chuck for a flashback yet.
Where are we going? Tell me
I think
someone
you're-
would handle that.
Yeah, I think you're teaching me some animal handling as a cowboy.
That's right. Yeah, let me tell you what.
That's good.
Like, I think we're actually like this might be Operation Torch, right? And like we're down in Africa, and like there is some hostile wildlife, real like Ghost in the Darkness kind of shit. Like,
Nice.
so there are man-eater lions out there, and we're trying to, you know, rope and tame them, right? And I think I'm teaching you how to throw a lariat and everything,
Mhm.
but I think maybe you have an off-puttingness about yourself. Does that sound right? That maybe
Well, I
animals
do
don't
smell
like
like
that
death.
too? Yeah.
Animals don't tend to like that.
So, all right. Now, Fish, what I need you to understand. I'm sorry. Did I ever tell you why I call you Fish?
Maybe. Don't know.
Okay. Well, doesn't matter, I suppose. But,
Remind me.
no. What goes well with fish? Lemons. What are lemons like? Limes. You're a limey fish.
Go ahead.
Perfectly clear.
You fit
Yeah.
right
I don't
in.
know why I didn't
Look.
pick that up.
First thing that came to my mind.
You're gonna tell me Cockney rhyming slang you understand, but
Yeah,
fish
yeah,
you don't.
yeah,
All
you
right,
fit
fair
right
enough.
in,
That's fine.
right in.
That's probably
Right.
my fault. I failed to. Everybody's got a
You got to be told most of them. So that's a
Something
saying.
about the
It's
apples
code.
and pears and the bangers and mash. Now, anyhow, so Fish.
Right.
What you got to do is you gotta think to yourself, what does it want? You know, and typically what things want, if you're off-putting self, is to be away from you. Okay, so you're gonna want to keep your distance, unless it's man-eater. Then you're gonna need to get close and assert your dominance. You understand?
Mm.
So when you get that lariat around that big old fuck off tiger or lion or whatever it is that we're out here roping, if I wanted schooling, I would have gone to school. But anyhow,
Liger.
yeah, whatever it is, whatever kind of Nazi super beast it is that we're hunting down over here, you're gonna want to get up in its face, get bigger than it, look meaner than it, and brook no misunderstanding. Stare it in the eye and be like, "Now y'all get it." And you got to use your man voice. Can you do that for me, Fish? Can I hear it?
Try to
No.
be scary. Yeah, I can
nothing
give
like
it a try.
like man voice.
Get.
Yeah, there you
How's
go. Hell yeah.
We flash
We'll
forward
see how it looks.
moment here, and the Verhound does not seem at all bothered by you until you use your big voice as Chuck
Yeah.
touch you.
Yeah, I'm realizing I shouldn't have gone with Con. I should have gone with Terrify in the first place. That's like the main thing. I was thinking of it like I was going for the domesticated animal route, but instead of treating it like a hostile animal.
Yeah, but
So that's what's helping me.
with what you're doing with making eye contact and implanting memories, I loved Con.
Yeah.
So it may not
Oh,
have been
yeah.
optimal, but Con, I think
it made sense. It's
Yeah.
just this flashback is making me realize that this is the wrong approach. So I just I do the
I see. What you're saying.
sit down.
All right, let's roll 7. 5 plus the 2 from the flashback. Definitely better. You've got 4 successes against my 4 successes, but 2 of yours are crits.
He's gonna do a whole column of damage to me anyway. Yeah.
If you let anything through, he will do the entire column. Correct.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't want to. Like, I'll heal up after the battle.
Great.
So let's just use all of mine for subduing him. So I have one. Sorry, you said 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 total. Yeah, I'll use all that, or I'll use 5.
It's going to close it out. So you are
Yeah.
going to take out the Verhound. Walk me through it.
He sits.
Okay.
He realizes, he remembers that he's supposed to sit when I say sit. So he's done fighting.
I want to throw one suggestion in here.
Sure.
I would like Chuck to pick up the arm that was in Flint's mouth and go, "Good boy, fetch," and throws it through one of the holes in the hall.
Yeah, sure. Or out a window.
Right. And the Verhound just goes "Arr!" and just loppers off and just jumps out of the damn thing.
He just watches sadly from where
Gotta
he was
get-
told
gotta
to
get
sit.
it-
Like,
Gotta get it from Flint first. Give it, stop it, drop it. I'm not trying to rob you.
Oh, that's amazing. The Verhound goes flying and plummets
Well,
to the
that'll work.
streets of Paris.
What kind of damage did that do, though? to Cosgrave before it sat.
Oh, that's true. I took a
Oh,
whole
yes. Let's find out.
column. That's my full column anyway. I've got a sucking chest wound and a bullet to the face already.
Okay. So no additional damage.
Gives
then.
me it gives me a little kissy on the face before it leaves. Takes
big old
a
slobber
good-
lick.
It takes, well, I mean, it accidentally takes a chunk out of me, but
Sure,
I
yeah.
was already powerfully ugly.
His tongue is serrated and stuff. Like
Yeah.
So
that was good. That was your man voice.
It worked. It never worked in Africa, but
No, I got it.
did
Remember?
today. Yeah. Very. It
Took a
was-
whole damn leg off.
that's why. I mean, that's why they sent me with you.
Yeah.
the chase is over. The Zeppelin groans under its own weight, firelight flickering across its gilded halls as alarms wail in futility. The blood of his protectors stains the floors, their bodies twisted and lifeless, and the last line of defense crumples like paper. And now, there's nothing left but him. No speeches. No defiance, no grand last stand. Just a pathetic, hollow man scrambling through the wreckage of his empire, clawing at doors that won't save him. The once mighty Fuhrer is reduced to a shivering wreck. Locked in a cramped chamber, back pressed into the cold wall, an empty Luger rattling in his grip. His breath comes in ragged gasps, his pupils wide with panic. You can smell the urine filling his pant. The war is over. There is no final monologue. There's no dignity and no escape for him. And we see the vampires slowly step forward to drain the blood of Hitler. Let's go to credits and we'll talk about the game on the other side. So during the credits, DZ is like, just basically one round, both for the Vampirjäger as well as the Verhound. I have become very comfortable having played this a few times now and playing it at Camping for Gamers. Like, this is a superhero power fantasy, right? And I think that Grant made that by design. That this is not supposed to be a grand battle between equals. This is supposed to be a power fantasy where we eat the Reich. And I think the joy for me in this game is all the room we have after the die have rolled of narrating and fitting what we decide as far as the boxes we check and how we describe it through. For the whole 3 episodes, Roger, what were your thoughts and stars?
Yeah, I mean, I really like what is here. I definitely think what you said. It is a power fantasy, which is good because as a GM, I would not want to be portraying Nazis and actively I want to be portraying them as they're getting mowed down.
Exactly.
Consistently, not like, haha, I've won. No,
Yep.
I don't want you to win.
Bad feelings.
So yeah, I really like it. I like the freedom, like you said, of sort of interpreting and taking action, and that's my sweet spot because I love coming up with weird, quirky things that just are cool. Stars, boy, how do you pick a single one from such great moments of joy? I really liked Flint recovering a Nazi arm. I love the stop hitting yourself as an attribute. That was friggin' hilarious. I only wish we'd thought of it in the first scene so we could have had that through multiple scenes.
Same.
And yeah, I'm ready to play again and get to do all the things that I didn't get to do with all my creativity this first time. See the different sites and do more.
Yeah, there's some replayability here for sure. Even though you end up funneling to the same place. And there's some good direction in the back, not only for, I think, coming up with your own sites, but also even designing your own commandos as well. Out of curiosity, and I'm going to ask each of you this so you can prepare, unlike Roger, I'm going to spring it on him. If you get a chance to play this again, Roger, which character of the stable would you want to play?
Yeah, well, when I was choosing, it was between Iriana and Nicole, so I would probably go with Nicole in a second playthrough, and be a little more rough and tumble than the refined classique supermodel Iriana.
I think that's the thing I will always, I think, having run this now with Ariana 3 times, she always ends up in the mix. She's a very popular choice. The messing up hair as being one of the first level injuries, I still think is one of the greatest things in this.
all of her first level injuries are like cosmetic things.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's very good.
Mushy, how about you? What are your thoughts about all 3 of the episodes, the game in general, and what were your stars?
Absolutely love it all. Love that, yeah, we're fighting against Nazis. We don't want Nazis to win, but you still get to feel like a big damn hero.
Yeah.
I can't, again, struggling to pick one single moment. I think my favorite flashback moment for Flint was him and Iriana going to go plant a bomb on something and him just hucking it up. So that's definitely all my favorite bits. I damn wish there was more. I've really grown to love this version of Flint. This giant lap dog, but also is a monster.
I've seen Flint run different every time. So there's your version, which I love, which is almost like the team pet.
Yeah.
In its own way. I've seen Flint portrayed as just horrific monster, right? Which I think is also another take on it. And then the third Flint that I saw was complete and total comedic value, and everything hinged on whether Flint can talk or not, which is one of the little hooks in Flint's descriptions, which I think is great. Mushy, if you got to play again, do you know which character you'd want?
I was when we were initially looking at them, was sorely tempted by Iriana. But I think if I was to play again, See, I'd be torn between Astrid or Nicole.
Mm,
But I think I'd have to go with Astrid.
very nice. Very, very nice. Sean, what was things that stood out for you, and what character would you pick if you got a chance to play again?
I love this ensemble. Like the chemistry between these characters, or lack thereof, like the way in which we bounce our characters off of each other is amazing. And I know that every group, it would feel fresh, even if it was the same lineup every time. I love that there is enough characterization on the sheets and on the in the abilities, that there's room to embellish around the core conceit, and I think that's really cool. And it's something that I'm trying to pay very careful attention to with my Eat the Reich hack. I think like my standout moments, I think, are when we tried to play smart, when we tried to play like the mechanics, and how it was not just like a break from it felt wrong. It felt wrong to do the smart thing, and it felt incredibly right to do the part which more Nazis get killed.
Yep.
I thought that was a really clever way to influence game feel. So like when we hotwired the car and got out of there quickly and completely like sidestepped everything, there was a part of me that was like, yay, oh.
Right.
I guess that scene's over. Damn it.
Yeah.
But that was like my favorite, that tension there between it all. But honestly, I think this game lives and dies and sings by its characters. So
could not agree more. Yeah, the table is going to make or break this. I could see this game falling wicked flat with a different group.
Oh yeah,
not the kind of group that plays on my channel, but I could see that. I could definitely see that happening. What would be your next choice if you get to play again?
Flint all day. All day.
And what version of Flint do you think you'd play?
Shit. I would.
You may not know until you know everybody else.
No, until you step into it, I don't know. Yeah. But my immediate conceit was like into the barely controlled apex predator, the kind that is like like Mushy when Flint was on the leash would like pull you along with, right? My Flint would break the leash.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. All right, last but not least, DZ.
Yeah, I mean, lots of good stuff throughout all the sessions. The Chuck Arena flashback today was very, very good, especially the fact that it was the same freaking prompt of recruiting Arena, and it works so perfectly that of course she would need to be recruited again. That's amazing. And my flashback with Flint too, because I've been wanting to have that pet person like relationship, because I felt like I felt it from the beginning, but we hadn't gotten to exercise it at all. So that was great. Yeah, I mean, I agree that I think this game could fall flat with people who weren't like all here for it on the same page. But that makes it really powerful when everybody is together. And I think everybody just played off each other so beautifully. I said it last time, but everything everybody says makes me laugh.
That's good.
Yeah. And as for a new character, my next character, I like seeing new things. So I would pick Nicole or Astrid. I think Nicole fits my archetype of character I like more. So that's probably what I would want to see.
How so? Why? What is that?
Live, semi long range. My archetype in like video games is teleporting backstabber.
Okay.
I forget her name. The redhead in League of Legends was like the main one. So yeah, like agile, Some long range stuff. Like she's a demolitionist or but I don't know. I like that more than the like. There's a beast. There's a soul of a beast inside you. Like that's less interesting to me.
That's awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can't wait to play with all 4 of you again. Make sure you guys do go to a couple of drakes.com to find some phenomenal games there. And we also need, when we go to Steam, we need to pick up what?
Victim Complex. The full version is wishlist now. I released part 1 as a different page, so you'll find both there. And part 1 is downloadable now to get a sense of what the story is going to be. But the full story will be about 3 times that long.
And you would love Victim Complex if you've enjoyed what other games? What other games do you think kind of are portend someone loving Victim Complex?
It has the ghost hunting. You're hunting a ghost, but the ghost is hunting you kind of element of Phasmophobia. But it is it's a one-person story. So you are sent alone into a complex as someone who is not qualified to be there because you don't believe in ghosts.
Kind.
You are a medium that does not believe in ghosts until they start talking to you.
Amazing.
Yeah. And so there's a mystery element too. That's I'd say.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Thanks all.
Thank you. Great game.
Howdy, friends. Thank you for watching. All our content is archived and organized in playlists on the Third Floor Wars YouTube channel. Check it out. And if you could like, follow, subscribe, and even set your notifications to this channel on YouTube and Twitch, we'd appreciate it, and it'll make sure that you catch all of our content. I talk with creators, designers, and experts across the gaming landscape in every episode of our podcast, Tabletop Talk. Open up your favorite podcatcher and search for Tabletop Talk from Third Floor Wars. Support your creators. They make the content you love, and it's your support that makes it happen. If you want to help us, go to Third Floor Wars on patreon.com, and you can help us for as little as $1 a month. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Take care.